Do you guys want an awesome drone for an awesome price? Then this video is for you. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris. I'm back with you with another unboxing and review video. In this review video, we are going to be reviewing the Holystone HS720E. This thing has a lot of features. We're going to go through all the specs in the video. The HS720E has electrical image stabilization, 4K camera, records more details. That's awesome. The camera is adjustable by the remote control 90 degrees. It does have follow me feature and point of interest feature as well. Guys, just like all my videos, in the description box right below the video is going to be the link for this exact same drone by Holystone. Pick one up yourself, see what people are saying about it after the video is done. That again is going to be linked below. If they sell it in the UK, I will have you linked as well. Let's get it out of the box, see what we got. Okay, first things first, right off the box, let's go ahead and get that out of the way here. We have a nice provided case. Very cool. You got your little handle on top right here, and we zip it on open, and bada bang, bada boom. We got some styrofoam. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way and get to the juicy stuff. Okay, very, very cool. So they designed this pretty much identical to the DJI Mavic Pro. I actually have that drone, and the controller, first things first, looks like that design here. So this folds out on the bottom right here. The antennas fold up and twist, and we'll take a look at that a little bit closer here in a little bit. We also have all our accessories here, a little zip pouch area up here with our instruction manual and our drone. So let's get that out of here. So coming over here to the accessories, first and foremost is you're gonna have your batteries and your charger. So we have our charger here, which looks like it actually can charge 2 batteries at one time, which is awesome. And your USB to Type-C. They're gonna give you some extra screws to screw on your blades, and they're gonna give you 4 additional blades for your drone there, also known as props. Inside again is going to be our manual. Definitely give this a read for all the features of point of interest and all that. I will give that a look over, obviously, before I do fly it for the first time. They do also give you a screwdriver to screw on your props if you need to change those out. And again, screws for those. I'm pretty sure it already has a battery on it, and this would be our second battery, but let's go ahead and find that out here. So what you want to do with the drone is you want to fold out the bottom one first, then this one swings around. So again, you go from the top to the bottom, and then this one comes down this way here. And I am right, we do have 2 batteries. Each battery is going to be 20.72 WH, 7.4 volt, 2800 milliamp battery per battery. We will get you full specs on flying time, and you do need to remove this little piece of foam here to prevent the battery from not fully going into the drone. Once that is removed, locks right into place. Here are the batteries once again, a little bit more up close and personal there. Let's take a look at the controller here. Now we do have a little plastic piece right on top. Go ahead and remove that or keep that there if you'd like. Again, nice joysticks here as we're coming across to a lock button. Looks like a switch button. Again, we're going to need to read all this. Return to home button up top. Automatic flight up. You have your camera button on this side. You have your high-low on this side with a light symbol. And then of course, probably pan and tilt of your camera and maybe focus over here on this side as well. And then we have another one over here that seems to be really tight. So we'll have to figure out what that one is for. This one is more looser over here on this side. This one is really tight. So I'm not exactly sure what that is quite yet. You pull up this right here, and let's take a look at this. This is the Samsung S20 Plus in the holder with a case on. I do have a little bit of wiggle room left, but not much. This is a very large phone. Again, this is the S20 Plus phone, which is very large. And as you can see here, these flip out for a little bit more balance in your hands. It does feel better than if these were just closed like this. And the counterweight of my phone, it just feels a little bit better. So that's a great design on Holystone's part right there. So overall, very cool. Now this here actually pops up and all the way up like that, and you're able to tilt it if you do have some sunshine in your face with this little thing that goes down here, and then that opens all the way up. All right, taking a closer look at the drone, again with your props and propellers here. So in order to fold it back, just remember, front of the drone goes first. So this folds back here like this, and then your back ones fold flat here, putting those props over just like that. So again, go back first, and then front first like this. You have your on button right here. As we can see, we just actually turned it on. This obviously means it needs to pair. We won't do that quite yet, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And I believe it's just the same thing where you push it once, hold it down, and it will turn off. You have your camera right up front. Let's go ahead and remove that little piece. And that again pivots 90 degrees right there. On off button right there, Holy Stone logo on the back. Your battery, which looks like it has actually an indicator right there. Let's go ahead and turn it on one more time. Yes, it does right there. So you have green LED lights for your indicators right here. Of course, as we already saw, flashing LED lights on the bottom on every single one here. And what looks to be a sensor and some LED lights, or those could be some sensors there. You do have a little piece of film here. We again need to run through the manual completely, and we look like we have some ventilation here. These are the landing pads right here, here, and here for a flat landing. And we look like we have a very small little antenna sticking out of the gap right here. Your class 10 micro SD card is inserted right here. And to pull out the battery, simply push down on this tab and pull out on the sides there and there. Battery comes right out. Again, if you want to put it back in, just again, slip it in, lock it into place. All right, guys, we need to go through the instruction manual, read all the goodies, and test this bad boy out. All right, let's go ahead and go through a nice little golden hour, well, probably a little bit after golden hour shot here as I'm moving slowly. Now, first and foremost, when you do fire up the drone for the first time, it's gonna be in beginner mode, so you wanna toggle all that off. If you do need to get used to it, use beginner mode, but you're going to be max like 16 feet in each direction. So go to the max distances and enjoy a nice little higher up shot. Here's myself tilting the camera down at a 90-degree angle. It is a windy evening here out at the ranch, so you'll see a little bit of shaking, but then it stabilizes when the wind is not blowing, as you can see right here as well. It is pretty windy and cold, so it does boggle a little bit, but it stabilizes when there is no wind. As you can see, a nice, beautiful shot above the house. Panning back, there's just kind of a still shot hovering in place. My dad there, as you can see, a little bit of rocking here above the pole barn view of the lake here as I toggle up. And so, you know what, it works great, but again, it has a little bit of shakes, as you can see, a lot smoother there. Here's some still shots now. I do want to show you this. If you are interested in a camera like this, a drone like this for real estate, here would be some shots. And you, of course, could maybe lighten these up a little bit, play with your saturations and contrasts in the app. But I thought it did a great job. Again, very nice price point on a drone with a lot of features. Here's another shot of the entire ranch. Again, you can lighten this up in some editing software on your phone or whatnot. Here's kind of a selfie pano back with the drone. I thought did a great job of the sunset there. And as I go down, it kind of shakes a little bit, but then stabilizes. So just know that if you stop it all of a sudden, going from the high speed number 2, it will go ahead and toggle a little bit, and then it will stabilize as the altitude holds. But I thought it did pretty good as I'm kind of whipping through the trees here. Mode 1 is too slow for me, so I was always in mode 2, which I thought did a great job. Now here, I do want to show you something right here. So I did come across a little bit of a problem. Indoors, completely fine. And then as I took it outside for the second day of flying, the daylight contrast really kind of was messed up a little bit. I fixed this by resetting it to defaults, and then it worked completely fine. All right, let's take a look at some nice daytime shots as well here. A little bit of snow in the heart of the day. I think this is just the afternoon, but beautiful shots. This drone could definitely, especially in the daytime like this, you definitely could do some real estate photography as well. Again, when I am going and then stopping, it just needs to level out and do its hover in place. And so you're gonna get a little bit of that toggle when it is first just trying to stabilize, but very smooth here, as we can see, just flying over the house. But then at the very end, I believe I see it pulls up like that when I stop the drone, and then it just needs to kind of recover that stabilization. So if you're trying to get a smooth shot, then obviously, you know, just pass over your subject and then let it stabilize, and then you can kind of edit that. Now here, I'm gonna show you the follow me feature. It's following the controller with my smartphone in it. So I'm just gonna run around a little bit, and let's go ahead and watch this. Now, while we are watching this, I wanna talk to you about the battery type. It is a LiPo battery, not a lithium ion, it's a LiPo, Li-PO, LiPo battery. It's a 2800 milliamp battery, once again, 7.4 volt. And here I am running towards the drone, and it's following me there. Again, charging time is about 5 hours on one battery, and flight time is going to be about 23 minutes per battery, which is super cool. Here we are now in orbital mode. And orbital mode, I do have to say though, whatever you set it to, see how it's flying there? And then I realized once it goes towards the house, we were, well off of the house, but I actually raised it up and it continued to orbit. So if you're gonna orbit, just make sure you're gonna clear all the telephone poles and the house. So I just raised it pretty high above the house and telephone poles, so I wasn't going to interfere with the neighbor's yard or anything like that, but set those parameters. But just know that once it goes, you can either toggle it off, or you need to raise it up manually if you're gonna go to an area where you don't want it to be. The controller takes two AA batteries. The max flight distance is 3,277 feet or 999 meters. That's outdoor unobstructed. And once again, the lens is 130 degrees, and the maximum transmission distance is 1,640 feet, 500 meters unobstructed. And the camera, once again, is a 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. Photos are going to be JPEG, and video formats AVI or MP4. It takes up to a 128 gigabyte memory card. So I got a low battery indicator, and it's going to come down right where the controller is, which is awesome. So I was actually way over the ranch over there, and low battery warning, it started beeping, and it should land where the controller is or near it. Let's see what happens here. And it should land. Let's see if I have to do anything on the controller. Nah, I think it should land all by itself as it's coming down. And I think it's just trying to sense. And if you don't want it to land on the uneven surface right here, it actually did a really good job. It actually didn't even land on top of one of these things here. That was all by itself after the low battery indicator, which was really cool. And so it actually chose a really nice spot right here, probably the best spot. Check this out, look at that. It knew exactly where to land, so the propellers didn't even hit these weeds or anything like that, which is awesome. I've been doing some catch landings though, where you just reach out and grab it, flip it upside down, or toggle down the remote control. But we just saw the orbit feature, follow me. The features actually work very, very nicely. And sorry, it is a little windy out here today, out on the ranch. And it does a great job for a very friendly price point. Now, I also want to talk about follow me mode. So follow me mode will follow the controller here. So if you want to do follow me, load this up in your backpack, on your mountain bike, etc. Your car, lay that in a seat next to you if you're trying to get some really hot shots, and it will follow the controller or smartphone or a combination of the both. Well guys, overall it's a solid drone. Once again, I'm in the description box right below the video is going to be this exact same link for this drone. Check it out, see what other people are saying about it. If I missed any details, look at that link below. Once again, and please, if you wouldn't mind, thumbs that video up. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe on your way out as well. We will see you on the next video. My name is Chris. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.